Thank you guys for hanging out. Let's go over and do the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
Amazon confirms a new series of The Office is coming.
What?
I thought the same thing. I thought, what? Out of nowhere? But the new version will be Australian.
Oh.
And there have been 13 different adaptations of The Office, so it is not new that another country is doing their version of it. So there's been The Office. Obviously, UK is where it started. 2 seasons. The UK had it right. They do 2 seasons of every show, then they're done for the most part. And they do occasional comebacks. But America, we just beat it to death. And we're like, there's a tiny bit of life in it.
They milk it.
And it won't be near as good, but we can still get people to watch it for a minute and sell ads. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Although we're getting a little better at that with some of these like HBO Max shows.
Yeah, some I wish would keep going.
Yeah. So there's UK American, there's India, Israel, Canada, Chile, France,
Oh, Chile.
Poland.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good one.
But Australia will be having their version of The Office, and the Michael Scott character will be a woman named Felicity Ward. That's from news.com. Some Taylor Swift fans wear adult diapers so they don't miss a song. Like, I felt that.
Yeah.
I
No.
wouldn't do it.
What?
I wouldn't have the heart to just pee on myself. But I like the passion. I like that you're dedicated. And whatever you got to do to stay dedicated, like, I felt that, like, in my bones for sure, but not for this. There's something to be said for dedication, but this one fan on TikTok said, well, I don't want to miss a single song, so I wear an adult diaper.
Okay.
And that's the case. And this story's from Barstool. And, you know, I hate leaving a movie to go to the bathroom. I will almost rupture a bladder, then have to walk out and pee. Like, I felt that. But I don't think I could just use the bathroom on myself.
Some doctor, I don't know, or nurse, she works with the pelvic floor and a lot of women, and she said holding pee at concerts is one of the worst things you can do for yourself. So the diaper is actually a good thing, and because
Go to the bathroom before the main act comes
It's
on.
disgusting.
It's
Also-
disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to smell like pee.
Yes, and these
And
girls
that's,
are
only,
hot.
and that's the best. That's the best option, Eddie. There's another option, too.
But at least it's in a diaper, which, you know, absorbs the odor. Because
not
some
really.
people
No.
at Harry Styles were just peeing. No diaper.
You should smell my kid's diaper. It doesn't hold
Not
the
good?
odor.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Power your shower by doing this. If you want to start your morning with a lot of energy, stand under warm water for a couple minutes, then turn down the temperature and get a blast of cold water for 1 minute, then go back to warm.
No, I'm
Yes.
good.
Most importantly, in your shower with freezing cold water because it improves circulation, which jolts your mood. You'll also find that during your workday, your hands and feet won't get as cold. That's from a book called Alter Your Life by Kathleen Hall. Warm, cold, warm, cold.
You would wake up Caitlin if you went to cold.
Why? Because I'd be like, ah! Doing that. I don't
Exactly.
take cold showers. I don't like that. I like the room to be freezing cold because, especially when I sleep, because I like to have lots of blankets on me. So I need a comfort. Even if it's 100 degrees, I got to have a comforter on top of me. But I like it to be cold outside, warm underneath, and then only warm showers, hot baths. That's it. Only warm. Yeah, I don't like the cold at all. So that's apparently, if you want to be successful in life and make a lot of money, that's what you need to do. Money has a lot to do with friendships. This is from a book called Smart Money Strategies. During the first 10 years of being married, a majority of the couples surveyed consistently choose to hang out with other couples whose income mirrors their own. People who have the same amount of money to spend on restaurants, vacations, entertainment, naturally are able to spend time with each other and have to worry that they're going over or under or not maintaining the same lifestyle as their friends, which could be seen as a good or bad thing depending who you are. It's also why famous people tend to hang out with other famous people because they meet at events exclusive to famous people and they have basically enough money to do the same stuff. Amy, thoughts?
Yeah, I see how that could happen. And then just being aware and conscious of different relationships and knowing, like, hey, if you think a friend may not be able to do what you're doing, how can you think of something that they could do?
I won't do that.
Like,
I just pay for it.
Invite them over
Right.
for dinner
And
or
I like
that.
that. That's why we always hang out.
I'm just like, I'm lucky enough to have money, so come on, I'll pay for it. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because, we don't want to lose friendships because of money.
Right.
Differences.
But you do, because, I mean,
Or I would want someone to think of me or, yes, pay for me. It depends. Like, it's all different. You know, you got some friends you make more than, some friends make way more than you.
Yeah. I think it's easier, though, if you all come from the same place.
Yeah.
Meaning, if I'm with somebody who's like a rich stock market family New Yorker and they've always had a ton of money, that's weird to me. Like, that's like, you don't even understand what it's like to have to spend money. You just always had money. But those are trauma issues that I have to deal with. I do, and I have to pay money to deal with them too.
Still dealing with
still
us.
today. Yes.
Do you see though that like you're the generation that broke that for you? Like your kids.
So far, don't give me credit yet.
Why?
You're going to lose it all?
You're gonna lose it all before
Never
your
know.
kids?
That would be
Okay.
impressive.
Never know.
That'd be awesome.
I'm telling you, I'm scared to death of it. I'm scared
No,
to death
you're
of
good.
it. From Yahoo, a Kentucky man buys a $5 lottery ticket while camping and returns to his campsite with a bottle of champagne. Because he goes, bought a $5 grilling and chilling scratch-off ticket, won $75,000. He purchased a winning ticket, and then he went over and he bought some champagne, took it back, and was like, let's celebrate. They're like, why? He goes, I won $75,000.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. A record holding, I saw this story about the professor who's also a scientist, and he was living underwater for all that time. And that it looked like a pumpkin, but it was like some sort of like ball. Did you guys see any
Yes.
pictures or videos?
No.
Okay. So this scientist claims that he's increased his lifespan by 20% after living 93 days underwater. Now, his name is Joseph Deturi. He's a retired naval officer. He's been living inside a 100-square-foot pod at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean for 93 days, researching how a pressurized environment impacts the human body. Now, he's not living with the mask. He's in like a ball. And then there's a little circle where you can see the water out there. It's like a little pod house, but it is under the water. And so he was down there again for almost 100 days. He says now that when he looks at the different parts of his body and he took all these tests, he claims that a lot of his chromosomes have de-aged, which I guess is saying he's getting younger, but that he has 10 times more stem cells. He has 66% deep REM sleep every night. His inflammatory markers have been cut in half, and his cholesterol has dropped by 72 points.
What?
I'm going to take a long bath tonight. That's what I want to see. Okay, like, you can take a bath all night? Hey, you heard about the scientist?
But he's not wet. He's just
Yeah,
he's
no.
just
Stop.
under
Stop.
the water,
Yeah, stop, okay?
right?
We all can't live the same life, Eddie. And I just,
No, I'm just saying you in the tub is not
Yeah.
the same thing as this guy.
how do you know?
It makes me think of how Michael Jackson wanted to live in or sleep in the hyperbaric chamber. But isn't that kind of doing the same thing to your body?
Pressurizing your body?
Yeah,
Well-
but hyperbaric chamber, you can crawl out of and be right back in the real world.
That is true. I know. But it's interesting, too, that when we go down into the ocean, we de-age. And they say astronauts age more rapidly up in space.
The health changes are due to pressure, which is similar to the process in the hyperbaric chambers, which are found to improve blood flow, brain metabolism, brain. Oh, you knew that. You sent the story.
I didn't know that about the. I didn't.
You acting like you
I was
never
like,
read the story.
dang. I was like, dang, Amy. No. And I look over and I saw where Amy sent the story.
I did send the story, but I actually didn't read that part. I just
Hey.
know it. I promise. I promise.
Just randomly brought up Michael
Just
Jackson.
randomly tossed the Michael Jackson hyperbaric chamber thing in there.
Okay, I can't know things.
Well, you can, but you acted like you knew it out of nowhere. When I was like, where did I get this story? It's from Amy. I like it. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse made $120 million this weekend, which is a ton of money. And so it's a cartoon, which Mike D tells me don't call it a cartoon. What do I call it, Mike?
It's animation.
And the difference is?
That it's way more complex. It would be like somebody telling you, like, you play video games that are meant for kids. They're not for kids anymore. Same thing with this movie.
But I do play video games that are meant for kids, but just now adults like them too.
Exactly. Same thing with animation.
Wait, what?
All right. Did you watch it? You like
Oh,
it?
yeah, I loved it. I think it's one of the best comic book movies of all time.
Is it better than the Spider-Man with the humans in it?
This one, it's not. I think the first one is. The first one is my favorite of all time, but this one's not as good as that one.
All right, thank you. LSU football unveils air-conditioned helmets for the 2023 season.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I just
Heck yeah.
wonder, like, what can go wrong? If all of a sudden somebody's like flopping around, you're like, oh, the helmet broke. He's getting shocked. I don't know. Is there some kind of like, ah!
Is there a fan in there?
Is
like
there?
an air
And how are they
conditioner?
going to cheat with this, right? And how can you hack it? Like, how can someone hack the helmet?
Yeah.
I just start thinking of all the things that can happen wrong here. But and by the way, shout out Baton Rouge, but it gets real hot.
And human.
Muggy.
It gets real. I'm not going to say I love LSU football because I'm an Arkansas Razorback fan. And actually, I hope they win every game. It's not us. But I ain't going to act like I like you a whole lot, the sports team. That being said, I'm jealous that you guys have air-conditioned helmets, and apparently nobody else does. Did they create this? Did you know Gatorade was made by the Florida Gators?
Yeah. I think we've done a fun fact on that.
Yeah.
I was kind of talking to the audience more than you guys because I knew you did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So several tigers tried on the helmets in a video that made the rounds, and the helmet will have a 5-hour lifespan before needing to be charged and will last up to 4 years. So they have a air-conditioned helmet.
Wow, that's
Wow.
That is pretty cool. Eminem was the first choice for Paul Walker's role in The Fast and the Furious. When it comes to action franchises, they say the original cast was thought that Eminem, but due to scheduling, he was unable to take the role and went to Paul Walker. That is
Wow.
from CBR. Disney World has Flamin' Hot Cheetos cupcakes. That does sound pretty good. It does sound pretty
Hot
good.
Cheetos cupcakes.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos, I can't say that I grab it first, but if it's there, I'm reminded how good they are. I'm also reminded, 6 hours later, how good they aren't.
Yeah, right. When you're sitting down somewhere.
Yeah. But I think that would probably be pretty good. Flamin' Hot Cheetos cupcakes.
So like
I'd
sweet
try it.
but spicy.
Yeah, it's like a straight
Salty,
cupcake, but
sweet,
in the
spicy.
middle of it, it's got the Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
According to the Disney food blog, the cupcake shop is known for iconic cupcakes and the iconic cupcake ATM, which you can go up to and put money in, boop, and it just comes out. Disney food blog. Hawaii Airport shuts down gates due to a bed bug infestation.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's tough. Bed bugs were discovered in Terminal 2. I guess I'm surprised that there aren't more bed bugs in airports because everybody that comes through and everybody that has luggage and just the bed bugs that generally exist in places.
Yeah, good point. I don't know.
It must have just been so bad.
Maybe they don't travel well.
Bed bug.
Like they don't have a passport or what?
No, they
yeah.
say not to put your suitcase on the bed because that's where you get them and you
Why would,
bring them
why would
home.
you put your suitcase in the bed anyway? That's disgusting. Your
Well, like,
suitcase has
to-
been everywhere.
Well, yeah, you put it on the bed and then you unload it.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
unload it.
You
That's
never
exact-
put your suitcase on the bed.
Absolutely
Not
you
for
do.
bed bugs, because
But-
that's disgusting.
No, they
Your
say
suit-
not to.
Yeah, but I
we
do
it
it.
anyway.
No, that's what I'm talking to is
No,
you guys.
no,
Your
these-
suitcase has been sent through the ringer. It's been up in the little top, the overhead compartment.
Yeah.
It's been rolled. It's been dragged, and you're just gonna throw it on your bed where you sleep.
Well, the bed's like almost eye level. It's perfect.
And
like,
it's right in the
there.
middle of the room.
Yeah.
But that's why they have that thing, the wood thing that unfolds,
That's what
The
that's
luggage
for.
rack.
and you put your.
Oh, I
suitcase-
thought that's where you throw your dirty clothes so you don't lose them.
Okay.
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting that you guys do that.
They're a reminder right now as to why you don't touch the top of the comforter.
Bed bugs were discovered in Terminal 2 of Hawaii's Daniel K. Inouye International. The presence of gross insects was first reported earlier this week. Then a Southwest Airlines manager confirmed the presence of bed bugs the next day. Gates E5, 6, and 7 were shut down, and they did deep cleaning. My guess is there's no way they would just only be in those 3. 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, they got to move them
They've
all.
gone to other gates.
Yeah,
I
for
would,
sure.
I would assume they had other places they wanted to go. You know?
They don't travel well, Amy says that.
Travel Pulse had that story. One more story for you. The script for The Flash 2 has already been completed. The Flash, which is a movie that isn't even out yet, comes out June 16th. It has Ezra Miller. Didn't he get a bunch of trouble, movie Mike? Like, where like they said he was like had women in a cult or something?
Yeah, so there may not be another one. He may not be in it.
Do you remember what they said about this guy?
I don't remember the specifics, and I don't want to say anything wrong.
I say stuff wrong all the
Just say
time.
the word
or just have
allegedly.
Amy do it.
Yeah, just
So,
Amy
okay.
read it
That's
out.
true.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Amy.
Yeah, NPR is always listening, ready to correct her.
Okay.
So, yeah, Variety had the story there, but I bring this up because Scuba Steve, I've given you 15 minutes a day during the show to go work on your script.
Yes, to be fair, this is not the best environment for me to relax and think
It
about
doesn't
that
matter.
stuff.
It's always an excuse.
But I have an answer. So this weekend, I have carved out time to work with my writing partner to work on this project.
But you're depending on somebody else, and if they cancel, you're not doing it.
No, this is my guys for like 15 plus years.
Okay, still though, you're saying you're not going to take the allotted 15 minutes to walk to my office and work on the script that you've been waiting 10 years to do, but you haven't found time for it.
If I feel inspired during
Okay,
this,
it's all excuses. I'm done.
no, it's
I'm
not
checking-
excuses.
It is.
The problem is this is not a relaxing environment for me to sit
Why
down.
do you have to be relaxed?
Because there's stress here for my job as far as like getting things done and making sure things are supposed to be and dealing with personnel and yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to be in a space where I can creatively relax and focus on it, and this is not for it. I mean, think about it. Like if I came to you like, "Hey, Bobby, mid-show, I want you to stop down."
And if
I want
that's
you
the only
to-
time I had, I wouldn't make an excuse. I'd say I have 15 minutes. I'm going to squeeze as much from this turnip that I possibly can.
But I took your motivation and I put it to what works best for me.
Motivation's bullcrap. Discipline is where it's at. Motivation means nothing in life. You can be motivated all day long to do stuff. I'm so motivated. Motivation, the gas runs out super quick. You got a thimble full of gas when you're motivated. You're disciplined and you're doing stuff when you're not motivated and you're doing stuff whenever it doesn't feel good to do it. That's when you know that you're on the track to get something done. And that's all I hear from you is that, I don't feel great. My tummy hurts. Oh, I got an earache. Ooh, my toe is sore.
He's dealing with personnel issues.
It's constantly something, so you don't really want to do it. My thought is you're afraid to fail, and you're going to write it, and you know that there's a chance that nobody takes it, and you spent 10 years wondering about it. Now it doesn't work, and so you're like, dang, I did it and it didn't work, so I'm a loser.
That's where I say you're wrong. I've quit jobs multiple times and moved across the country multiple times and taken chances. So that's in me. It's in my DNA to make this happen. You're right. It does sound like excuses. It does sound like a little weenie. It does sound like I'm creating a bunch of crap.
For listeners, I'm not giving them a hard time out of nowhere. We've had this conversation like 4 times.
Yeah.
How long have you had this idea?
For 10 years.
And why haven't you done it?
Mostly because the time and life gets in the way. Kids, family, job, work.
Yeah, that's
problems,
everybody.
life.
That's
How old are
everything.
your kids?
Everybody.
The oldest.
The oldest is 5. I see where you're
Okay.
going now. Yep.
So you mean you had 5 whole years without?
Oh, wow,
Before
wow, wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, that was job and work and life.
I have to go, but I'm just exhausted of your whining. So I'm going to.
Scuba, do it now.
It's okay. He
He's
wants to
got-
wait. He wants to
yeah.
wait till the weather's right.
What's the personnel stuff he's been doing?
I don't
Lunchbox?
know, man.
I
No, I'm
pictured
good.
Lunchbox.
You know I love you, but
I know. And I appreciate your honesty and being upfront with me.
Yeah, guys, he had a vasectomy. You got to think of all the things that he's gone on in his
That's
life.
perfect time to work on it. While you're just sitting, healing.
exactly. No, it ain't right for him though.
Nope, it wasn't right for me.
Air pressure was the barometer. The humidity wasn't exactly. All right, thank you. That's the news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
I appreciate you guys. This story's got to be true and can't be a lie at all. A 19-year-old pregnant virgin claims she was impregnated by an evil spirit.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I believe it.
That's a good one, though.
Women are crazy.
For sure. It sounds to me, if I'm just speculating, unless his name is Evil Spirit, she probably got accidentally knocked up, and then now she's just like, what do I say to get out of this? She sparked controversy after telling media that she believed she was impregnated by a supernatural force. The unnamed woman said that after experiencing strange dreams and feeling supernatural presences in her room, she started missing her period, and her mother took her to the gynecologist for a checkup. That's when the 19-year-old virgin, who claims to have never hooked up with a dude, found out she was pregnant. There can't be anyone that believes this.
Her parents.
No way.
No,
Even the
no
mom's
chance, no
got to be
chance.
like, you're lying. Who was it?
Well, I mean, just DNA test.
Yeah, how do you DNA test Satan?
Is he in the database?
Yeah. Is he 23andMe? Did we got a little something on him to know what's up? She acknowledged that her version of events is hard to believe.
Yeah. Yeah. She's right about that.
Not hard. We just don't believe it. And she admits that she doesn't fully understand how she got pregnant either. I do. What happens is you see a guy that you like. You hit it off.
You're going to go through the whole thing?
Yeah, I was going to, but for time purposes, I will not. But the boy, that is quite the story. Like, she went for it, huh?
Why go evil, you know?
You want to say it like a Casper the Friendly Ghost, like a friendly spirit?
Well, I don't know.
No, I would go full. If I'm going to go with a lie, I'm going as crazy of a lie as I could possibly tell. I'm going full evil. I was taken over. My eyes rolled back in my head. Or aliens. Like, that's another one. All I remember is I woke up and I couldn't move. My body was paralyzed. And I was surrounded by 6 different small creatures where their heads were like oblong shaped. And I remember fading in and out as one of them said, "We shall do this now." And the next thing I know, I woke up and it all felt like a dream, but it also felt real. And then I went to the doctor and they told me I was pregnant. And I think it's probably from that night. I just don't know even which one of them it was. Oh, I would go hard.
Which
I'd go
alien?
hard. Yeah. So here's a quote. This one guy taking her side. She's telling the truth. I've heard of other cases like this.
Oh, yeah, good. He's the dad. Check him. Check him.
That's funny. The last thing her father or mother should do is kick her out of the family home. The 19-year-old girl is not the first to claim she's been impregnated by a supernatural force. Back in 2021, there was a woman who claimed a gust of wind made her pregnant. Now that's ballsy.
A gust of wind.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Because a gust of wind, you'd have to be naked.
I don't even think that would work.
Yeah, I don't
It won't.
Yeah.
It won't work. But you would have to even be naked
Yeah.
for the idea of that to. I'm not even gonna say to be. I wouldn't humor that at all. I'd be like, that's not true. But it's like you get in a hot tub.
That's,
You remember that thing? That's not gonna happen. But at least that you're naked. But that's also not gonna happen. But a gust of wind.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess you don't have to get pregnant. Though if you're making it up, does it have to be the actual way you get pregnant, or can you just like inhale something?
That's what she did, but went through her mouth.
Yeah.
oh,
She inhaled it.
got it.
Yeah, that is a wild story. Weekends. Amy, how was your weekend?
It was really good. I did like a lot of packing, organizing. The kids move into their dad's house today. Well, everybody kind of does. So we have like a lot was just being.
The kids are moving out of your house?
No, they'll be at my house 1 week on and his
Got
house
it.
1 week off. But we've been mostly moving back and forth. We had an apartment and we were moving, and now we've got it at the house. So we were just kind of getting everything, like the kids' new beds. They need kind of double of some things, so they don't have to like all their toiletries, and so just getting everything.
So you're going to have
ready
a
to
week
go.
without kids?
Not in the next
Oh, it's
two
Amy on
weeks.
Wild. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some oats that are going to be sowed, boys.
Oh, yeah.
But you realize I've had that, but just at an apartment. Like we've been doing this for a while now. So and my life's very much the same.
My bad.
You're going to.
In fact, I've had to like work on not isolating myself too much, because I can go for several days without really talking to anybody. I went to lunch with some girlfriends and I even told them like, hey, I need y'all to hold me accountable for this, because I don't want to just like
a welfare check?
stay home.
Amy, you good?
Yeah. So I kind of am really good at being alone.
Caitlin left to go. I was in Oklahoma all weekend. We went to Oklahoma City to the Women's College World Series. Watch softball, watch Utah, watch Oklahoma, because we have family that coaches both of those teams. And I had to do the show on Friday of last week, so I didn't leave. But she left on Thursday morning, and then I left on Friday after the show. So I had a whole 24 hours where she wasn't there. And I was like, I'm going to play video games the whole time. I'm going to play golf with Eddie. I'm going to do just everything I wanted. Right? I'm going to go hard. So, and I did. Then went hard. And so on Thursday, we did the show. We played golf. I had like 6 popsicles. I had 2 big boxes of those crackers. I forget what they're called, but they're really good crackers.
The Simple Mills.
Oh, yeah. I had 2 whole boxes. And so me going hard with all the popsicles and all the crackers felt terrible for 2 days. And so my going hard's different than other folks'. But also, it's not good when she's gone, because at least she can put the governor on me like, hey, have you had a whole box of crackers today? Yes. Okay, maybe we shouldn't eat any more of those today. And she's not doing it because she doesn't want the crackers to be gone. She knows I'm just going to be like, oh, my stomach hurts for a whole day. So that's what I did, and I regret it. I found the popsicles on the side of the road, though.
What do you mean?
I forgot. I did a whole TikTok about it. I was talking about the craziest things you found on the side of the road. I was driving home, and there was a big box of popsicles. Not like a box you buy in the grocery store, but like a big, like
A cardboard box?
Like
yes.
it fell out of a truck.
Like a huge one.
like if you like your moving box and you take your arms and you make a square out of your elbows,
Yeah.
90 degrees, is a box that big. And I'm like, is that a box of popsicles? So I pulled over, I put them in the car, I went home, I opened them up. That had all the little boxes of popsicles.
Well, that's amazing.
It was amazing. So that's why I ate so many. I didn't want them to go bad. I don't want to waste. Waste
Yeah,
not, want
cool,
not.
of course, you don't wanna waste popsicles.
I forgot I found popsicles on the side of the road.
Wow.
I love popsicles, smoothies, soup. So any of that stuff on the side of the road.
Wait. Did you eat all of those popsicles?
Well, I had a lot of them. I had the whole box. One of the boxes of red.
Okay.
I'm not sure what flavor red was, but I had the whole box of reds. So that's what I did. Had a great time in Oklahoma. Everybody that I said hello to and said hello to me in Oklahoma City was a really great, amazing time. It rained out a game, which stunk. It was super hot another day, but it was a lot of fun. So it's a really cool event. But yeah, the popsicle thing was pretty tough. Then I had 2 snow cones while I was there. First day.
no.
I know.
You went hard.
I did go hard, yeah. Eddie, your weekend?
Oh, it was fantastic, man. Yeah, it was great. It was one of the best weekends of my life.
What happened?
So my family was in Texas, and so I just kind of hung out.
All of them? Your wife and 4 kids?
Everyone. I mean, it was just. I don't want to. Actually, it wasn't that much. Just in case they're listening, it wasn't that much fun.
Cool. It's probably terrible. You kept calling me sad.
Yeah,
Talking about how much you
dude.
missed 'em.
I missed them so much.
Yeah.
No, I played golf. I rode on a plane. I mean, I did all sorts of stuff that it was just great. It was like if you called me and said, "Hey, do you want to go? I don't know. You want to go sewing? Sure. I'm not doing anything. Let's go sewing." It was that kind of weekend, and I loved it. But I was so ready for them to come back. They came back last night, and man, it's been great.
Now we're talking.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
glad they're home now.
You didn't do anything stupid like I did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, I stayed up till 4 a.m. on Saturday.
And that's cool, but
No, that's crazy. I haven't done that in years. 4 a.m.
What were you doing?
Video games, movies. I mean, anything. I ordered pizza. It was, dude. Honestly, we'd be losers if we were single.
Yeah. I know. I was reminded of that.
Yeah.
Big time.
About 3 popsicles in, I was like, this is not going to feel good. It's already starting not to feel good. But I was like, yeah, let's have another.
I put a pizza in the oven at midnight. I'm like, this is crazy.
Nice. All I had for dinner on Thursday night was crackers.
So dumb.
Now I'm seeing why y'all think I'm going to go so hard on my week off.
Come on, Amy.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Lunchbox your weekend?
Exhausting. My wife was out of town, so I was a single dad of 3 kids. So you guys
Wait,
live
she
in
didn't
this
take
life.
the kids?
No.
Oh.
She went to Austin to see her sister and go to some TV festival. And I was with 3 kids. So you guys talking about staying until 4 a.m. and cooking pizzas and eating popsicles. And,
Yeah, crackers for dinner.
Oh, man, I was just trying to stay alive.
Dun, 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 dun,
No,
dun,
No,
dun,
there was
dun,
none of
dun,
that.
dun,
There
dun.
was none of that. It was like, oh my gosh, are all 3 alive? Oh my gosh, I got to get dinner. It's 8 o'clock and they haven't eaten dinner.
Should have called us. We had playtime on our hands.
Yeah,
And
dude.
crackers and popsicles. We were
Oh,
perfect.
man.
We're perfect. Verizon's My Plan's all about giving you control of your phone plan. So here's what we're going to do here on this show. First of all, you get exactly what you want. You only pay for what you need, and you turn on the perks whenever you want. So you control what we do here on the show in this segment. This week, you control the game that we're going to play on Friday. So all you have to do is call and leave us a voicemail on our line at 877-77-BOBBY. That's our number. You tell us what you want. Do you want an old game? Bring a game back. A new game. Suggest a new game. Just call our voicemail line and leave it. You control the show. 877-77-BOBBY. Take control of the show and your phone plan with My Plan from Verizon. All right. Thank you. We got something real cool in the next segment. So what we do every single year is, and we, not just us in the room, you guys that listen to the show, we build a home for a hero, someone who has served this country, and we've had stories of them being shot by, enemies hitting IEDs in Iraq, Afghanistan, and so they have sacrificed so much for us, and so we do what we can to actually give back to them. And I want you to hear the story because we're going to have him on. It's United States Marine Corps Corporal Aaron Mankin. He's going to be on next. We're going to talk about his situation, what he's been through, and let's talk about what we can do for him. That's all in the next segment.